One of the most common questions that occurs for players, coaches, and parents as their players move up to U-12 and then on to U-14 is how does offsides work? And so hopefully this video will give you a couple scenarios so you can have a better understanding. In this video, blue is going to be defense and red is going to be offense, with the goalkeeper for blue being in the black. The X's represent referee positions so that you can understand what the referee is trying to do and what their assistant referee is doing, what the assistant referee is doing during the play. So offsides is determined if a player doesn't have two defenders behind them and the ball is played to them at the moment this ball is kicked by player one to player two. So because there's only one defender back, which is the goalkeeper, when this ball is played, the assistant referee is looking down this line and can see this player's behind it. They can see player one's kicking the ball, player two is offsides. They put up their flag and offside has occurred. Most common, easiest to call is when the ball's played directly and the player's in an obvious offsides position. The next most common offside call is a much closer offside call. So where the player is just slightly in an offside position. So at U-12, any part of your body that can play a soccer ball legally is considered an offsides. So this is basically your shoulder, your chest, your legs, your belly, your foot. So as long as it's just even one toe is beyond this last defender, this player's offside at the moment this ball is kicked. Defensively, what keeps a player onside is the same kind of thing, but usually it's their feet. So usually you can have one foot back, but the rest of their body is very much leaning forward. But as long as that one foot's back, that player's onside. The next most common issue that you run into for offside is that maybe this player's in an offside position, let's say here, and this player takes a shot on goal. And coaches sometimes and parents want the offsides call, but this player did not touch the ball. They're not interfering with the goalkeeper. But at that moment, let's say the goalkeeper, moves, bats the ball, and it starts to roll back. Because of the moment this ball was kicked, this player was offside. They now get called for an offside call because they were in offside position and there was no reestablished play that occurred. The goalkeeper just basically barely touching the ball is not reestablishing the play. However, another offside call that can happen is, let's say that player two here is in the line of sight of the goalkeeper. So in this case, because even though they never touch it, maybe the goal is scored because they broke the line of sight for the goalkeeper or were distracting, even they never touched the ball, they're offsides. Another scenario that happens frequently is this scenario here, where a player passes the ball to a player in an onside position, maybe even deep in an onside position. So this player runs, but the time they were onsides, sometimes coaches want an offside call because this player's offside, but because they're not involved in the play, it is not offsides. So the ball's played here. Another scenario that can occur is that a player is lined up in an offside position, and then this player, maybe they pass the ball just right over here, and this player hustles. I'll actually pick up this way. This player hustles from an offside position back. Because the moment this ball was played, it was in an offside position. Even if the ball is in an onside position, they are considered offsides. The final scenario that can happen occasionally is something where, weirdly, the goalkeeper is not the second to last defender. So let's say that everybody here is pushed back and the goalkeeper comes out and tries to win the ball. So let's actually do it something like this. And so the defense looks like this, and then our line stays with the second to last defender, which in this case is the goalkeeper. And then this player passes the ball here. Because the second to last player is the goalkeeper and not the defender, this person's offside. So those are the most common scenarios you're going to see. Offside's difficult to call. A lot of time it relies on the assistant referee to basically be in a great position to make the right call. And a lot of our assistant referees are usually younger referees and not as experienced. So, but that is what you're looking for when you're trying to determine what is an offside play in soccer.